Hey guys, TheJaseDawg here, and welcome back to another Supercoach episode on the channel. That's right guys, today in our Supercoach NRL, it is the round 3 review and recap episode. That's right guys, so pretty much what we'll be doing in this one. I know it's a little bit late, it's almost round 4. Round 4 is like literally today, but I just was pretty busy, so I didn't get the chance to get it done earlier. So today you're going to have, of course, 2 Supercoach episodes. So today we're going to be going through our team, talking about their points and how they went, as well as talking about the games, just a quick summary of the games, who I tipped in those games, how many tips I, of course, got right. And yeah, we're just going to go with that, guys, and pretty much talk about it all and just have some fun. So guys, if you are enjoying seeing the NRL Supercoach on the channel, make sure you hit that like button hard guys, but not too hard because you will break your computers. Guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the dog squad and tick the little bell to become part of the notification dog squad. Guys, if you want to follow me on any social medias, I have Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter and Twitch. They're all linked in the description down below. And let's get a minimum of 15 likes on this video right here, right now, right up in your face to show support for this series, the channel, and NRL as a whole. So guys, like I said, we're going to go through our team. As you can see, projected for round 4, we'll be talking about that in the round 4 preview video. Earlier, before I went on, I saw that they took away the protection things, and of course these little, I guess you could say, indicator circles, which tells you when a player is on the field or when they're on the bench, or for example with Cleary down here, when they're injured. So they took away that because you have to subscribe to see that. So I paid 20 bucks and now I am subscribed to the Supercoach NRL Daily Telegraph. So that's going to be good because now we're going to get those extra stats and extra little, I guess you could say, knowledge and info on players to help us out. So guys, without further ado, let's go through our players first, and then of course we'll go through and talk about the round 3 games, recap it, and talk about my tips, and yeah, just talk about what we hopefully will be planning to do moving into round 4 with the NRL. But guys, without further ado, let's go on and find out what is going on with how our team went this round. So here we go, we have our lineup here ready to go through it. I'm not sure what this side is right here, the the points on the right side. I'm guessing that could be someone else's team. I'm not really 100% sure, but going through mine, that's the main thing. We have Nathan Cleary, of course. He was injured in this week's, last round 3, so of course his score was not going to be that very high because he got injured, I believe it was halfway through the first half. So 26 out of 168, and the only reason why I was 168 is because I had him as my captain, so that hit me pretty hard with only 26 points for that round. So he's out for till round 13. That's not going to look good for the Panthers. It's going to hit them hard. Moving down, we have Corey Thompson. You got 45 out of projected 76. Not too bad, not the best, but not the worst. For the score that he goes for, for the price, it's not that bad of a problem. If he keeps doing, if he doesn't get past the higher marks again, like he was in round 1 and 2, then I'm most likely going to have to put him either on the bench and or on the reserves and bring someone else on that, maybe Nathan Ross or someone. So Roberts, he ended up getting 20 out of 79. Didn't do too well. You would have thought that he would have, but that match between the Broncos and the Tigers was a pretty shocking match. It was pretty, solid of a match, but, Tigers got screwed. However, you would have thought that Roberts would have done better, but he didn't because, the Tigers always have, this year, known to be the best defensive team. Moving on to Harris, we have 74 he got for points. He was projected for 65, so he did pretty damn well there. So I'm very happy with Harris. He's doing very well in our second rows, so it's very good to have him there. Actually, no, yeah, he's in the second row, so that's actually pretty sweet. So then we have Hiku. He got 64 out of 74. Not that bad, 10 points off. He's definitely doing well. Both Warriors players are doing very well there. Like I said with Cleary, I'm going to have to go and sell him. So I guess not. It's not going to be tomorrow's video. In the video that's up later on, the preview video for round 4, you'll see who I changed Cleary out for, because we have to, because he's injured and I'm not going to keep him on my field if he's injured. Moving on, we have Burgess, 54 out of 39, very, very good. Followed by, of course, Cook getting 52 out of 49. Both Rabbitohs players getting very well scores right there, guys. Very happy with that. Like I said, Tom Burgess and Damien Cook doing very well for the Rabbitohs this year. Then Arrow, 44 out of 49, only 5 points off. Not that bad, you know. Last week he scored pretty well, like a high score. So this one, you know, he did pretty damn well with score-wise. Okay, moving on, we have Latrell Mitchell. Finally, guys, stepping up and getting some points with 61 out of 53. That's right, guys, projected for 53. Finally broke that slump that he was in, where he was struggling to get past, even like he was projected for like a higher point, and he was struggling to even get like any. So finally, I'm glad I kept him. He actually stepped up in that match, so very happy with Latrell. And then, of course, Kalen Ponga, 54 out of 66. First week, he actually hasn't beaten his projected one. So he's definitely a gun player. You know, just unfortunate that the Roosters beat the Knights. And yeah, hopefully, you know, he continues to get more points. I did have him as my vice captain, so I'll probably keep him as my vice captain, depending on who I buy to replace Cleary. But that's pretty sweet. So then, those were all my unique players. So apparently, because I'm subscribed to the thing now, it's telling me like different things like unique and common. So moving on, so Munster, you know, he got 40 out of 73, not that bad, better than what he did last week. He still needs to step it up a bit. Not really too pleased with how he's not stepping it up. Hopefully he will, but it is a bit hard because, you know, he's playing at 5'8", and he was getting really good points when he was playing at, I think it was like fullback. So hopefully he starts to step it up a bit more, or I might have to look into getting a new 5'8". Moving on, we have Kickout getting 74, projected for 28. I don't know why they projected him for 28, because he just smashed it out of the park. So very happy with Kickout in that round. And of course, Martin Tapau getting 52 out of 89. Pretty happy with him. Like I said, he is a great player, so I will continue to let him stay on the field. Whether or not later on down the track I sell him out or not, because it depends on how he goes moving forward. But of course, moving to our bench/reserves, we have Hampton, 26 out of 18. Happy with that. You know, he beat his projected, so really replacing my injured Kahu, that was very good. You know, he came back and smashed it out and got, like, you know, a good score. Not the best score, but a good score. Next we have O'Neill, did not so well, projected for 47, only got 18, very unfortunate. I'm not too pleased with that, but I will give him a couple more weeks to see if he improves like he was, but yeah, it just didn't happen. I don't even know if Bromwich played or not, because I haven't actually checked that to see if he did or not. Guys, if you know if Bromwich played in the Storms game against the Cowboys, let me know. But he got 0 out of projected for 63, so I'm saying he didn't get to play in that match most likely. Matt Lodge getting 63 out of 46, so very good, happy with that. Rockow getting 52 out of 21, happy, very happy. Brooksy, 45 out of 49, not too bad, only 4 points off, so pretty happy with that. Marshall, 15 out of 25. Not that bad, you know, only 10 points away, but, you know, I guess he did get a bit of a injured ankle, but he will be playing against the Eels this weekend, so that's going to be good. Louis got 31 out of 25, so he beat his projected, so if they beat the projected, guys, I'm going to be happy nonetheless. So very happy there. Copley, 25 out of 54. No idea what happened there. I didn't really watch the Titans versus St. George game. I know the Dragons won, of course they did. But, yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there with Copley, but, no idea. So Lou got 45 out of 47, so very happy, you know, only 2 points off. And, where were we? Griffin. 29 out of 41, not the best score for Griffin. And 21 out of 42, not the best score for Ross either. So, Yeah, it was a bit of a hard week. I can't remember what I was projected. I think I was projected for like 1,027, I think it was. And we only got 818 like as our score for this week. So it wasn't the best week, guys, but hopefully we can bounce back from that moving forward into the next week, like round 4 as well. So hopefully that can happen, but I guess we'll find out when we go into it, guys. So now that we are back now, yeah, we did not too bad. Like, it wasn't the best game. Like I said, like best round 3 kind of hit us pretty hard with like an injury to Cleary. That definitely screwed up our points a bit. But yeah, as you can see, you know, everyone looks like they're, you know, of course, on the field. We got a couple like Bromwich, who's on the bench. Same with like Louis, and was there another one? I don't remember. But of course, I'll talk about that when we go into the preview one, which will be uploaded today, hopefully. But Cleary, like I said, guys, I will have to get rid of him, unfortunately, because he is injured. So that sucks, because he was just a gun player. He was like my halfback, and now he's out injured. Not looking good. Projections for round 4 is only 997. Hopefully when I buy like a new player, that's like including Cleary on the field, guys. So you got to take off Cleary, and then, you know, when I add my new halfback, it should be a little bit different, hopefully. But let's go through the round, like the whole round for round 3, guys. Just a quick summary. I'm not going to do this video for too long, as I want to get this video out as soon as I can. So we had the Storm versus the Cowboys. Storm won 30-14. I tipped the Storm in that one, so I was pretty happy about that. That the Storm actually got me a win, so very happy. It was a pretty good, I guess you could say, pretty good game. You know, Storm definitely needed that win after losing to the Tigers. Treated it as Billy Slater's 300th game, so that's why I tipped the Storm. And like I said, they won and got me that point, so I was pretty happy with that. Moving into the next one, we had the Bulldogs versus the Panthers. Bulldogs won 20-18. I tipped the Panthers. I really thought the Panthers were going to win that match, and then Cleary got injured, and then it just kind of went south. It went south. So unfortunate for me, didn't get that one right. Moving on to the next one, we had the Tigers versus the Broncos. The Broncos won 9-7. So guys, with this one's a bit of a, you know, a heart-tugging match, because it should have been a draw. You know, the referee, of course, screwing the Tigers completely. Like, it was literally a screw job, the golden point screw job, as I like to call it, where the ref said that Rockwell was not square when he actually was. And there is even photo proof that he was square, and then of course a couple of Broncos players earlier on were not square. I still like the Broncos. I'm not blaming the Broncos for that match. I hate the ref though, because I'm glad that I'm pretty sure he got sacked. So good on him. That's what happens when you screw up a team in golden point, and took away our undefeated streak, because we had, you know, beaten the Roosters and beaten the Storm, and we were going to look like we are going to probably most likely beat the Broncos. They won by 2 points. They got a penalty goal from that so-called not square penalty, and yeah, Broncos went on to win. Unfortunately, it could have went either way, and to tell you the truth, if they reversed that and they just did it as a draw, or they reset that, I guess you could say, I think they're on their 4th, I can't remember. But if they just reset it and let the Broncos, hell, if the Broncos got a field goal straight after that, I would have been okay with that, because then at least it wasn't a screw job. But I'm pretty sure that ref has lost his job now. So that match, I didn't get that one right because I had the Tigers. Like I said, Tigers probably would have won that match, to tell you the truth. But at the end of the day, Broncos got the win. They got the 2 points because of the ref mainly. Okay guys, next game was the Raiders versus the Warriors. And the Warriors ended up winning 20-19. So, of course, the Raiders were in the lead at one point, and they let it go. They let it go. But in that match, guys, I chose the Warriors, so I got that one right, so I was pretty happy with that. Moving on to the next one, we had the Rabbitohs versus the Sea Eagles. I tipped the Sea Eagles, and the Rabbitohs actually won 34-6. Pretty much putting the Sea Eagles right down, sitting them right down after, of course, the Sea Eagles beat the Eels 54-0 the previous week. Unfortunately for the Sea Eagles, they pretty much, you know, halted their momentum after that big win over the Eels, and the Rabbitohs, of course, ran wild. So I went with the Sea Eagles in that and got that one wrong, guys. Moving on to the next one, we had the Eels versus the Sharks, and the Sharks won 14-4. I tipped the Sharks, as I thought the Sharks would finally end their streak of losing, and they did. So that was good for them. Moving on to the next one, we had the Dragons versus the Titans, and the Dragons won 54-8. That was pretty good, guys. Dragons on a roll, just top of the leaderboard. Really, if you ask me who's going to win the premiership this year, I'm going to either say Dragons or Warriors, because I reckon that those two teams are highly contenders, like high contenders to actually get that trophy. Guys, the last game was the Roosters versus the Knights, and the Roosters won 38-8. I tipped the Roosters in that match. Of course, with the other one, I tipped the Dragons, of course. But I tipped the Roosters. Roosters, I knew that they were going to win. I knew that they were going to show up, beat the Knights, ended their streak of winning. And yeah, just, you know, it was Roosters versus Roosters 2.0. And of course, Roosters ended up winning. So, like I said, guys, I ended up getting about 5 out of 8 tips right this week. So that's pretty sweet. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Of course, of the review recap for this week. I know it was pretty short. I wanted to get this one out because it was a little bit late. But stay tuned, because we will have the round 4 preview and my tips for that round coming up later today, guys. So if you did enjoy this episode, make sure you hit that like button hard, guys, but not too hard because you'll break your computers. Guys, don't forget to do that subscribe button to join the dog squad and spread the word of the JaseDawg to everybody you know. Tick that little bell as well, guys, when you're subscribing to become part of the notification dog squad, and you'll be notified every single time I upload a new video to the YouTubes or go live on the channel. Guys, if you want to follow me on any social medias, make sure you do. I have Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Twitch. They're all linked in the description down below. And let's get a minimum of 15 likes on this video right here, right now, right up in your face to show your support for this series, the channel, and NRL as a whole. But guys, let me know, how did you go this, like with round 3? Did you beat your projection of your actual score? Did you get an injury like Cleary? Did you have any of the other players that got injured? There was a lot of injuries this round, so let me know in the comments down below, guys. Hopefully, you know, moving forward into round 4, there's not going to be that many injuries to my team. Hopefully I can get a huge score, and hopefully we can blow up with our Supercoach. So guys, hopefully you are enjoying the Supercoach NRL series on the channel. Like I said, if you are, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and as always, stay awesome. The JaseDawg is out of here. See you.